So here's part two of the Lamborghini Countach ignition switch. The thing has been completely reassembled with our new parts in it, and we're now demonstrating the key in, key out functions. So we insert the key, and the first thing that happens is you turn it to the on position and it retracts the steering column lock, as you saw this retract down into the body of the switch. Now you're going to go to the starter motor position, which is the spring-loaded position of the switch, and you saw the rotation there. Now, interestingly, this little pin right in there is a pin that we made. It goes up this ramp when you turn it to the right. Now, if he attempts to restart it while the engine's on, he cannot. It's locked out because this pin goes up against that wall there, forcing you to turn the engine off before you restart. And here's this restart again, and it locks the pin in place. He cannot turn it further to the right again. He must turn it off first. It goes down the ramp, and now we have the complete operation of the ignition on and starter motor and double detent for the starter lockout. Okay, so now turn the unit over, and once again, we're going to turn it off. Notice that the pin is retracted, and just like all other switches, now when you remove the key, it popped out. You have to do that again because everything wiggled. Pulls it in and pull the key out, and it comes out. Now that is another part that was missing in the assembly and can barely be seen down here in that area. Go ahead and put the key in, and all the way in.
It is all the way in.
Okay, and then turn. It draws the pin out of the steering column lock, and this is a little leaf spring right here, and on top of that is a drum. So the drum rolls forward. Now go ahead and turn it back. Now when he pulls the key out, this entire unit is going to retract, and what it reveals is the little tiny black plastic doghouse roofed shaped piece. We had to surmise how that worked. Without that in there, this roller drum on the top that's captured underneath this spring was just floating around in there and would occasionally cause the entire column or tumbler assembly not to be able to turn.
But also, without that, this would lock the steering in with the key in the off position.
All right, so yeah, so now we have regained the ability of the lock to retain withdrawn into the unit, unlocked, until you pull the key out, which is an important factor, the little piece that we made. Just in this wall right here, if I can point to it, are switch contacts that are activated. Go ahead and activate the switch contacts when this is drawn forward. And those are for the two key in, key out warning buzzer. Here it is, the terminal is right here. These are for the key in, key out warning buzzer. And now we'll just do a little lamp demonstration to show that the key in, key out warning buzzer now works as well as a result of us manufacturing that little plastic part and putting it in there. So look across here to our lights. Go ahead. Lights are illuminated.
So it's on, start, back to on, and off, but with the key still in, there's still continuity. You pull it out,
Bingo.
Lights go out.
So that is exactly how it's supposed to operate for your door warning buzzer. Finally, we can show this. This is actually a couple halogen lamps. It's a 9 amp load. And now we're going to show that every one of the contacts in the electrical portion of this switch right here are delivering a full 9 amp load, which is more than they would ever see, but indicates that they're functional. So backing off.
Just a test for the on position, on run position.
Thank you.
You have continuity between blue, black, and brown. And also in the start position, it has continuity. But only in start position is there continuity to
the starter motor
green as well.
Green, okay.
Oh, I'm locked out. There we go.
There you go. So that's the starter motor activating.
Well, and then there's this other wire as well.
And yeah, we don't know what this one does. But it is on in the on position, right?
Only in the start position.
Only in start position. So we have two of those. But that is how it's designed, and when you plug it into the harness, it's going to work. Now, the final thing is, This switch came in with this piece of white wire on it. Will you please remove that piece of wire? It was taped on there. We have no idea why. It is cut and raw on both ends, and it does nothing. So we're removing that white wire. Go ahead and pull it out of there.
It might be. It looks like it's actually spliced.
Oh, it's spliced. Okay, so they spliced it into
But it still was
to the red. And again, if that fits something in this particular car, I mean, it's obviously an aftermarket add-in, poorly spliced. We'll go ahead and clean that up with some shrink tubing. Maybe we will leave it in there in case you need to reuse it for something. But it's not an original equipment splice in. See, is the red wire, is that a power?
No.
So is the red wire the ignition on? Or we have to go look?
We don't know. It is one of the two wires that gets power in the start position.
Oh, okay. So that's
one of them is likely for the starter motor. We don't know what the other one is.
Okay, so for some reason, the white wire was a starter motor switch position activated wire that was cut off. So we'll do a better job of splicing it. We'll put it back in because maybe your car requires it. Okay, that's the end. We'll assemble this thing and get it shipped. Thank you.